Well, thank you for coming out in all this rain. Welcome to the Urban Niche Small Business Buffet. I am very thankful that you all made it. I'm Roger Toussaint Michelle. I am the founder of Urban Niche Marketing and host this event. The Small Business Network is simply a free network that helps local small business owners connect and grow. So just by being here, you are members. Please do take a flyer, and then you can join us on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. You just search for UNSBN, as in Urban Niche Small Business Network. Easy peasy. And yeah, just join. I'll likely recognize your name for the registration. If you did not check in, I'm not sure if Tammy got you. Tammy will check you in and just make sure we have you so we recognize you, because the groups are private. Let's see. So we do this every fourth Wednesday typically. Next month it's the third Wednesday because of the holiday break. So I believe that's the 18th, but other than that, please join us every fourth Wednesday of every month here at Champions. If we grow much bigger, we might try to move upstairs to a private room in the Marriott, but for now we're here 6 to 8 p.m. every fourth Wednesday. And I will thank our sponsor, LIR Productions. They're not here tonight, unfortunately, but you can find them all over our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can even find us on Snapchat technically, but don't do that. Let's see. I'd like to thank our speaker. Next, I'll jump into you, Kenneth Boyd of AT&T, and Elizabeth Bally, who helped set this up and coordinate this. They did this last minute because we lost our speaker, so I'm really appreciative, but I'll let Kenneth introduce himself after we all go around and introduce ourselves. Other than that, please do notice our donation box over here on this table. This is for the Cambridge Women's Center. It's a wonderful organization that helps women here in Cambridge and has been since the 1970s. They have a hotline set up for emergency services. They provide services and links to services for women in need and homeless women. They provide a safe space for homeless women and lots of day programs with childcare as well. So they do awesome things and need your help. If for some reason you're not carrying cash, we do offer the option to give a donation with your ticket. I believe someone who registered here did that, and I haven't met you yet, but whoever you are, thank you. And when you come back in future months, you can do it again. So that's it. I'm sorry I was late, but if I haven't spoken to you, please do take the time to connect. We're here to help. Whatever you might need, just ask. We'll try to help you out. Let's start here. Go around. Just tell us who you are, what you do, what brought you out tonight, and that's it. We'll bring down our speaker and you can jump right in.
Absolutely. How's everyone doing tonight? My name is Jean-Michel in Haitian Creole. I'm a director for a travel and lifestyle company. It's called First Class Checking Out. And I honestly came because of free food and stuff. But that's me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Linda Pinkow. I'm a freelance writer, editor, nonprofit marketing. I do audio. I don't do video, but if you ask me, and I'm here to support Rogera, who's always supported me. Thank you. Sorry.
Done? Okay. Chris Shea, I'm a financial advisor, independent, so not affiliated with any particular products. My main purpose is to educate you and my clients on how money actually works so that you can make an educated and informed decision that's in your best interest, because there's 3 truths on where your money goes. They go to the government, they go to financial institutions, and they go to consumption. And if you can be more efficient in any of those, you can increase your net worth pretty easily. So I try and help people on how to do that.
Hi, I'm Keith. I'm a fine arts photographer, and like any artist, I'm paying the bills with a day job. I'm working at helping open up the new Brothers Market a couple blocks down. My goal eventually is to be able to earn a living with my photography and drop the day job. And actually, I have a deep sense of gratitude towards Rogera. And I want to thank you, because what she has done with these events has really helped me overcome a little bit of social anxiety that I have towards networking and meeting clients and making connections. And actually coming to these events has really made a huge difference in that. And I can't believe how much more comfortable I am interacting with people since I started coming to these. And also the free food is pretty good. That's what got me. That's what got me here in the first place. But I stayed because it actually did wind up genuinely helping me. And as this gentleman here said, she's very nice. She's nice to me. So I felt like staying with the network. Of course.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Bally and I'm with AT&T. I do social media and events marketing for the Boylston Street store, so right in Boylston Street. We also brought some little handouts and giveaways and some flyers of some different events we have going on as well at our store. There's a small business event this Saturday if anyone's interested in stopping by.
Time?
It's 12:30 to 3:30.
Which day?
There's a flyer.
There's flyers over there too. Right after. But, yeah. And thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Julian, and I'm one of the three guys who's running a non-profit called Links. We make do-it-yourself medical devices for wound healing, and we do it non-profit because we believe that the technology, medical technology, has to be free, and believe like also like all the new modifications of creation of the new technology, but you also have to be free. And I was here last time, come late, now I come on time.
Hi everyone, my name is Ritza and I'm here because I met Rogera about 2 weeks ago and she was extremely lovely and she told me about this event, so I wanted to be there to support her. Right now I work as a senior buyer for a nonprofit organization, but my dream is to eventually quit and focus entirely on my side project, which is a headway of mine. So please follow it. It's cool. We need the followers on Instagram. It's KURONNE. Thanks.
I'm Todd Larson, and I'm a freelance editor and writer and marketer, mainly for the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. I also write articles on mainly real estate topics for Boston Homes and the Boston Globe and the Boston Business Journal and other publications, some in other parts of the country. And I edit novels, memoirs, academic papers, website texts, many different kinds of things. And I also index books. I recently indexed a book on leadership with a foreword written by the late Senator John McCain, and I indexed another book by the same author. So I wear many hats, and I hope that I can be of service to somebody.
Hi, I'm Sergio. I'm a lawyer in Mexico, and I would like to introduce a few products that are produced in my state. And one of them is a new spirit that is produced just in my region. It is called Bacanora, but this spirit is more stronger than mezcal and tequila, and it's not on this state. So I would like to introduce you.
Do you have something to try?
Hi everyone, my name is Mike Connell. I'm a video producer by trade. I help companies and professionals tell their story using video. I also do a lot of event coverage, music videos, sports coverage and things like that. I've been doing video now for close to 40 years. So I think I finally got it down pat. I think I know what I'm doing now. I also have a distributorship for an immunology company out of Canada called Immunotech. Their flagship product, Immunical, is, in my humble opinion, the most important dietary supplement you'll ever try. It builds your immune system. It is the only natural product listed in the physician's desk reference, so if you have any
How much
interest
weight
in
did you
learning
lose
about
with
that.
it? How much weight did you lose with it?
It's not a weight loss product. If it was, then it wasn't working.
That's what I was asking. You said dietary supplement, I just assumed.
So I'm Marcio, I'm from Portugal. I've been here since 1 year ago. I have a small company there. We have youth hostels and bed and breakfast, so we work with tourism. And I'd like to do the same thing here, so yeah, I'm looking for real estate and yeah, I'd like to connect with more people with small businesses and see if we can help each other. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Derek Manning. I work for the Air Force as a contract specialist. I moved here 3 years ago from Texas, and here I'm just to meet and connect with new people and just see what this group's all about.
Hi, my name is Varun Nair. I'm a music producer and I work in music technology at Berklee College of Music. I started my own music production company earlier this year. It's still starting out, I'm learning, so I figured I'd meet like-minded people, learn from your experiences, and just share what I do.
So I'm Kenneth Boyd. I've been with AT&T for 17 years. I'm born and bred in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm a Roxburian. You know, people from Roxbury are very proud of ourselves, so we keep that to us. So what I'm here to do is speak about small business. So I'm a client solution executive for the company. So I deal with tons of different small businesses from different points, from the financial institution to companies that's in construction, to companies that are in pharmaceuticals, to companies that are into the music industry, and even in the IT world, because there's different things in which we provide. But I'm not here to sell you guys on anything of ours. What I'm here to do is talk about is the connection between small business and technology. So this is not going to be boring. So I'm not going to just talk. I'm just going to go through everything, and people here can recognize the different eras of how everything evolved. And I'm going to get comfortable. So I'm going to take my bow tie off. Because I got to get comfortable. I mean, you know, hey, I gotta be relaxed, you know, to really talk to you guys. Because I met some of you people here in the room. I talked to some of you people, and you guys all have your own small businesses, and you all have second jobs in which you also do. But let's talk about the early 2000s. The difference with small business and technology, and how the two were separate, and how now the two are together, because the market has changed. In the early 2000s, a lot of companies, which means like the global players, so say Microsoft, Oracle, say Filings, Macy's, TJ Maxx, all these big companies always use some form of technology. Your normal mom and pop stores, they never used it. They just used their neighborhood. And people just bought into their neighborhood and bought the products. Like, say if you, for instance, you have the headwear, most likely, and in a lot of different markets and around the neighborhood, you would place them in there, but you wouldn't know what would be your hot spot, what would be your trigger, what times is the best time for things to be sold. So there was always a distance between technology and the neighborhood small businesses. So a lot of people were using ledgers, they were using paper, they would write things down, and then over time they would stack up, not keeping things on the technical aspect of it. So then, let's fast forward. Now you have small businesses who are growing 10 times more than big corporations. You have companies like WeWork that actually share offices where people can share a table and there'd be 2 to 3 businesses on that one table. People are now networking, people are now growing, people are now talking. People are now seeing their own destinies in their own hands. So people are freelancing, people are creating their own path And that's what everyone here is doing. You guys are creating your own path. So to mirror the two together is something that is yet easy and not hard. Because when you talk technology, people will be like, oh, put that to the side. That costs too much. Or, you know, I don't want to talk about that. I'm doing it this way. But this way is not letting you play on a global scale. I found the niche in the business sector is when I would call different companies who I knew who had a small business, people who I knew personally who had their own companies. And I would hear your voicemail is full. Or I would hear your, come in. All right. Or I would hear this Google subscriber has not yet been reached. So if you're playing on a global scale of technology and I'm calling you and I can't get you, I'm gonna move on to the next person, the next business. And that business is gonna get my money and my time. And I won't probably call you back. But it's the simple thing of technology of connecting the two together. And that's what a lot of companies are scared of. So you don't have to be scared to be part of that network, to be part of that talkage, because Boston, Massachusetts, and alone has grown. Like the Seaport District is huge over there. And they have a technical piece right behind South Station, those where WeWorks, and then there's another building being built that there's nothing but small businesses in these buildings. They call it now the small business sector. Cambridge is growing. When I was young, living in Boston, you know, you come to Cambridge. I moved here for like 6 months and moved right back because my friends wouldn't come over. They'd be like, hey, you're gonna wear Dockers and loafers. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna wear that. But Cambridge has grown. This square, I remember, was just a hotel. And now you have Google, you have Facebook coming back here, you have Microsoft here, you have a whole bio sector here, and then it's gonna spread out to Central Square, and then it's gonna grow even more. So, but the small businesses are gonna absorb all that, because what causes that, it causes a lot of people to move to here, to this area, and then people start going to the stores and buying and things like that. And there is technology that's out there that can count every customer that comes into the store. So you will know what is your best time to be used for staffing, one, for two, your product. And what's being sold is actually being tracked, inventory wise. We even have different technology that is just for hospitals now, where if someone is in a nursing home and you can actually read down and see and say, okay, well, this person had their meds at this time and this time and that time. And then it leaves that particular nurse or that caregiver and goes directly into the hospital. And it has all the bases of the different type of firewalls, so no one can break into that. And then also you have cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is like the biggest thing now. So you have over 18 businesses since 2006 that has been broken into. The largest one was Yahoo at 3 billion. So your information was shared amongst many different individuals who can take advantage of that. All because certain companies would not get into cybersecurity. They wouldn't buy into it. But the small business sector has. You hear less about small businesses, but more about global being broken into. Because the small businesses now are taking over on that global scale market.
Well, there is one thing though that small businesses have a problem with,
Mm-hmm.
is that if you have a hack, 90% of the businesses that get hacked go out of business right away, simply because they can't afford the reputational loss.
True. And that's why small businesses need to more invest into cybersecurity.
Not arguing, I'm reinforcing your point.
Yes. Thank you very much. That's the point of getting comfortable.
Right now it's very useless because the SIM card has been hacked. So everybody who has a SIM card in your phone, you're all hacked.
You have a SIM card?
No, of course not. I would
Well,
never do that because I know a bunch of people
mhm.
with iPhones who've been blackmailed to get back their pictures and so forth.
Well, that comes into play when people give access and the notion of if you do notice, if you're on.
No. The SIM card design itself has been hacked.
Well,
Like 2 months ago, a month and a half.
well, on our side, it has not. On our side, I don't know any other.
Every SIM card in the world has been hacked. There is a hack that applies to, you should read about it on the internet, to every single SIM card out there, regardless if it's an iPhone or an Android.
Mm-hmm.
There is a design flaw in a SIM card that allowed it to be hacked.
It's something that I need to read upon then, because I have not heard that. Because we definitely take that precaution over at AT&T. So,
And if you're using
so.
a SIM card, you are hacked. Well, let's let them move on now. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much. So, so with that said, is that cybersecurity is one of the biggest things that's out there that's needed, and then from there also communicating. There's different forms of communication that's out there now. So yes, you can call someone and you can FaceTime, but there's also individuals don't have iPhones, individuals don't have iPads, but they all have laptops still. So we have formats of Zoom in which people can have a video conference. So you can be in your studio and you have a client in Paris, and that client in Paris wants you to do their work. And you want to be up on speed. They can actually Zoom and you guys can talk. It's a different form of Skyping, but it's more efficient in a sense.
That's actually what I
Using Zoom, yes. So with that said too, it gives you and that person more of that trust factor. And that's what a lot of businesses want. They want that trust factor. So small businesses are now leading that trust factor. A lot of people are scared of big brother, big sister, so-called, watching over them when it comes to their informational pieces. So the small businesses is more, I can touch you, I can talk to you, I can walk in and we can have a meeting. That's what the trust factor is. And the technology piece of that is you having the right equipment to actually access that individual. And that's the piece where technology and small business partner up that. So, anyone have any question before I move on to the next one? Yes.
So, everyone here comes from a very different industry, but what are some generic technologies that you could recommend, like Zoom, which would be essential for a small business startup?
So for a small business startup, I would recommend a product in which we have, and it's also partnered up with Ring Central. It's called Office at Hand. So Office at Hand, what it does, it gives you that playing field. And that playing field would be, we will give you a toll-free number, a fax number, and also a main number. And we will give it to you, or you can even have it, it's voice over IP, so you can have it plugged into your actual router at work or the place where you do business, or it's cloud-based. And you don't have to have our service to have this. You just have to have that particular product. And what it does is you can download it, an app onto your device, and it separates your business from your personal. And so when a client calls you, you're on that playing field where the person says, whatever music service that you have, the name of your business will come up. The coolest thing I seen happen was a barbershop, which is located inside of the jewelry district. When you call him, he has a British woman speaking. So he has that speaking, but then it has his business hours on there. And then also it goes into a general mailbox after work. So it's not saying that the mailbox is full, it's a general mailbox. And you can categorize different slot times. So for instance, if someone wants to reach you, they don't need to know that you're the CEO, you're the president, you're the marketer, you're the finance. They don't need to know that. It'll just go however you want it to slate it as wise. And it can forward over to your actual device itself. So, and your clients can text you and you can text back. And it's also compiled with Zoom. So you have all that in one. So that's a typical startup. Besides cybersecurity as well. So with our cybersecurity, what people don't know is that we bought Alien Vault. And they will be your IT service as far as your security wall. And they will monitor it for you 24 hours a day. But the first startup, I would say Office at Hand. That would be the best thing to have. So if you have clients that's overseas or clients in Canada, Mexico, they can always call you and reach you. So.
If you get like half a startup, but if you like into like running them.
Full-fledged business. Yeah. So you're into, well, it starts off, there's a certain amount that starts off for like 2 seats, and then as you grow, then you can add more. You're into the livery service, correct? Luxury service?
Lifestyle travel.
So, okay. All right. So being that you're thinking global, which you are going to be global, that's what I like to say, you know, is that you definitely want that Office at Hand a part of you, because then your clients can always reach you, and because it's toll-free, main, and fax. And your fax number will be attached to that, and you can read your faxes off your device itself. And you can reply back to the client as well. So that's one of the options as well. Also, there's different type of asset tracking in which different companies offer, not just us. So different companies offer that, because everything is now moving on freights, on 18-wheelers. So things are moving. People want to know where are their merchandise, whether they have, because that's money. So there's different type of asset protection tracking devices that monitor the temperature, if you're moving food, or has the driver stopped. So for instance, you're in Mexico, but you have spirits, and you're introducing this. So if it's coming up this way, you want to know whether the driver stopped, how much time was he or she there, how much gas is being used, and are they really at the place where you need to be, where they need to be, I mean. So those are different products that's out there that connects the two together. Being that the AI stage is coming around, and people are scared of that stage, and you know, there's going to be drivers, there's going to be trucks driving by themselves. There's going to be different type of technology that's out there that scare people. But there's different ways that people can monitor and make sure that their product comes to them in a safe way. And those are the two that where small businesses are now getting into those type of formats. So, any other questions for everyone? Yes.
Something that's changed a lot from the past few years is texting. Some people just love to text. They won't call, they don't email anymore. It's just about texting.
Yes.
But most businesses have landlines, or they have business equipment that doesn't take texts. What do you do about that?
So business equipment that does not take text, what I would do is just modernize them and just show them how simple it could be. At our corporation, AT&T, we do have a format where the reps have to show you how it works. So for instance, I would be the one to show you how everything works, and if you're not comfortable with it, I will find a way to make you comfortable with it.
But I mean, just technically, do landlines accept text messages? How does it work?
There's
No.
a company that actually does it. I've been introduced to them.
Okay.
But they're a very small company, and they're just starting.
Yes.
So they've come up with the technology to convert text into an email for you.
Yeah,
that's
I know one too, it's called Zip.
yeah.
Is that the one you're thinking
I don't
of?
remember which one it is, but
Yeah, so
it's
it's one that we've
cool.
used that's called
Yeah.
Zip.
The only
What does the AT&T do?
So the thing that we have is called voice over IP in a sense. So Office at Hand, when someone emails you, they can it'll go to your desktop as well. So besides me like texting you, it'll go to your desktop because you can actually answer the phone and everything off your iPad or desktop. So in a sense, that is a way, because you can plug it into your voice over IP. So you plug into your router, and say if you don't pick up, I can go, okay, and it'll send to your phone or it sends to your desktop. So then you can reply from that point. So that's what we have in place with a partnership with Ring Central. So
Are a lot of your small business customers asking for that?
all of them have it, yes. That's the number one thing that I provide for them. And I walk them through every step to make sure that they understand. Once the setup is done and the appointment is done, what happens is that there is somebody from that particular corporation, Ring Central, that will actually set a time and both of us will sit down and go through it till the person's very comfortable. So those are things that we do offer. So any other? Yes.
Voice over IP, it translates from even regular phone calls
So
going over to your devices?
no, so what it is that voice over IP, which means that you would take like a Cisco or like a polygram phone, and you plug it into your router. So if you have like a Belkin router or whatever router you have at your office, you plug it into there. So if you do not answer your phone, what happens is I want to send you a text message and say, hey, I'm going to be in at this time. It'll go to your mobile device, it'll go to your iPad, and it'll go to your desktop. Whatever you log into for your office at hand, it'll be right there for you.
You can also use Google Hangouts for the same thing. You can go to every device that you have Google Hangouts installed. You didn't understand what?
So Office at Hand will be there. And then Office at Hand has 24-hour support. So you'll have somebody besides myself. So say if I'm on vacation like I just was on and you can't reach me, then you will actually have that person. But I will make sure that that person is doing their job to speak to you. So those are things that we offer. Yes?
So with the iPad, can you call back directly even without a cellular connection?
Yes. You can call back through Wi-Fi as well.
What is voice over IP is?
Any other questions? All right. It got real quiet like a church. Okay. So those, yeah, right. So those are the things in which different corporations offer. Like I said, I'm not just talking about my company. I'm just talking about technology in a whole. So just talking about the things in which is moving the culture of a small business. And everyone sees that small business is the most valuable thing. So it's a thing where things are moving and people coming up with the latest and greatest invention. Just remember, Facebook started off over up the street at Harvard. And I remember when I was in college, the only way you can get on Facebook is if you were in college. And then they found out that this can be more of a business sense. So then they open up everything. So everyone started off little, then everyone became big. I witnessed companies that I've serviced throughout the years come from 2 employees to actually 40 to 60 employees and watch them grow. It's the most beautiful thing to see that happen, to see a company from little, I mean like an office that's probably like half right here, and for them to have something so big, it's a beautiful thing to see. But that's because they embrace technology. So don't be afraid to embrace it. Just be aware of it and make sure it works for you. That's the most important piece, is make sure it works for you. Because if it doesn't work for you, then it's not for you. Then there is a different product that will be for you. And that's what you must do. And whoever is your contact person, just make sure that person you trust. Because what you're trusting is your business. You don't want to miss any calls or any type of service thing, because most people I talk and hear about, they all service some form. Like you have artists in which you service your contractors, so you service the Air Force. You have your Airbnb, hostel over in Portugal. So it's a service you have. You have videography, service you have. You're here with your mom helping her out, service you have. You have spirits, a service you have, but you're a lawyer, service you have. You have a service because you have a marketing company, service you have. You are into IT field, so service which you have to have. There, you have your headpiece, service. You do construction and global, the Harrow novels and things of that nature, editing, writing, service you have, marketing. You have a luxury style business, so service you have. You're a freelancer, you're on 88.1, you're at MIT, all the time, so service you have. You teach people where the money goes in 3 different directions, so service you have. I don't know what she does really, but yes. I don't really know what you do. What do you do? I'm so sorry.
I do blockchain.
Blockchain. So servicing what you have, in a sense where you want people to come and invest into blockchain. So no, you just don't want? Okay, well, there's a way we can find. So in a service in which you had. So, you know, so everyone services some point. I don't know you because you just walked in, but you look like you know him. So it's some part of service. There you go. So everyone has a service. And in order for that to be maximized, you got to have some form of technology to provide, because you don't want someone to skip you to go to the next person. So, any other questions? Well, I would like to do business with everyone in here, to let you know, because I already know people that can help you.
Small businesses miss with their technology.
The biggest gap is when they listen to other individuals and don't want to listen to you.
To whom?
To you. So the biggest gap is, for instance, if I say, hey, I think you should go with DirecTV because the DirecTV offers Sunday ticket, things of that nature. A friend of yours will say, don't get DirecTV because the satellite dish goes out. Or don't do this, or don't do that. When the person who introduced you should know should be educated enough to tell you the different aspects of DirecTV. Like, what people don't understand is Comcast and DirecTV is almost similar. The difference between it is that DirecTV has a satellite. Comcast feeds through, and actually there is a big satellite that everything goes through. And when it does go out, you can switch it from HD to standard, and you'll still have the exact same channel, but not in HD. So the biggest gap is people listening to other people and not listening to the person who's coming to educate them about the product. That's just an example. Even though we own it, that's just an example.
Okay, I worked at DirecTV years ago.
Yeah, so.
I can tell you stories about it.
Yes.
Good ending.
Yes.
No, so if I heard you correctly, it's the misinformation given by others that are not as knowledgeable as the expert in the field.
Yes.
Okay. What about technology? Technology is a big gap that small businesses miss.
Technology not understanding sometimes the business. Sometimes technology doesn't understand that this is a mom and pop, that this business is going to be passed down to another generation. So sometimes that technology doesn't understand that in that sense, because everyone wants some type of growth for their business so they can pass it down to their family of some sort. I have 2 kids, and my son will tell you in a heartbeat that if you say, KJ, what are you going to do? I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to work for my dad. I want my own business. My daughter say the same. They're 11 and 3. So they was exactly say the same. So that's the gap there. Is not understanding that, this is the business, this is going to flourish, and this is going to pass down, pass down. So, no problem. I'm glad I'm here. Thank you, guys. Oh, and today's my birthday, so I came on my birthday. Yes. Yeah. Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. I am the cake. There you go. Oh, man. Man. Yes. I'm all set. Any other questions? No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
All right, so thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Everyone, we have the room until 8:30, so we just go back to open networking. Please do speak with each other, connect. That gentleman that came in late is a hip hop artist you might want to talk to. His service is to serve me with my husband. That's why he's with the kids. But yes, he does hip hop music, so if anyone wants to connect in that field. You said lifestyle? Travel? We do like to travel, so maybe connect, if I know, connect with him. Same difference. The hostels in Portugal, definitely. The spirits, Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I have someone who's looking to edit a book. So definitely don't leave without speaking to me. But before I take everyone's time from networking, please don't forget to take a flyer so you can find us on LinkedIn and Facebook and let us know how we can help. I do free 1-hour consultations for absolutely everyone, people who attend this and people who don't. So if you know anyone who just needs marketing advice, put them in touch. I have business cards, we connect on social media, and that's it. Eat more, have fun. Thank you guys.
My name is Keith Hausman. I'm a fine arts photographer, and my business is based out of Boston, Cambridge, Somerville, basically all over the Boston area. I enjoyed tonight's event very much. Kenneth, the speaker, was very knowledgeable about how technology can be used to benefit my specific business, and he took the time to talk to each person and specifically target their needs and what their business needs and how they could meet those needs with technology. I feel a deep sense of gratitude to Rogera and Urban Niche Marketing. Since these events started and I started coming here, they've gone a long way towards helping me get over a bit of social anxiety and start building a community and a business network that I needed. And Rogera actually has been instrumental in helping me learn how to do that and gain the ability to do that, rather than my initial instinct, which is to stand in the corner and not say anything. And she has helped me get over that, and I have actually built, to me, a fairly impressive network, thanks to her and what she has taught me. I've been doing fine arts photography, basically where I pick the subject and then hope people will buy prints. I am thinking of being a little more flexible and perhaps maybe doing photography jobs for people that they want done. But for the most part, I'm mostly just trying to sell my prints of my vision. And as I said, Rogera has really helped me build the network to assist me in doing that.
So my name is Marcio, and I founded a company called Fast Turtle, and we have youth hostels and bed and breakfasts in Portugal. And we just moved to Boston. We're trying to open our first unit in the US. So I think the best thing is how diverse the group was, and in terms of like the areas where people are working and the level of experience. So it was nice to hear advice from some and dreams of others and how we can help each other build this. Very nice. When the speaker was mentioning about the technology gap and how sometimes businesses that are not technology oriented, they also need technology, but they are not so educated about it. It's really important to understand what technology can do for them, so that was very nice again.